Good morning, good afternoon. Once again, it will depend on the time that you are joining the course. Today we are going to look for the dashboard development in R programming. As most of the time people they used to say that they don't know how to do the dashboard in R programming. I think that you are going to see how it's going to be easier for you. Just what you need to understand it is just to have a concept, and of course I will show you how you can use the artificial intelligence to use it to provide better dashboard development. So what you have, it is just to understand some basics like the key features that is going to be there while we are trying to provide the good dashboard on that kind of thing. So the good designer, they are going to make the good dashboard. That's what I can say. So if we say the dashboard, it is interactive visual interface that summarize the large amount of the data, showing the key performance indicator or KPI, and also supporting data-driven decision making. So the reason why the dashboard are important: turn raw data into insight, save time to decision maker, enable real-time monitoring. If we say the enable real-time monitoring, let's say for example you have people from the field, and then you need to see how people are feeding the data, how people are taking a time, how long they take the time to feed the form. So you will make there is a possibility that R can help you to do the dashboard to monitor those field enumerators, and also improve communication of result. It is easier for us once we are providing the data, of course, by using a chart. It is going to be easier for us to represent impactful information. And here it is also the examples of how the dashboard can also work. We are monitoring poverty trend, nutrition indicator, or self performance or health statistics. Those are the some applications of dashboard in other programming. So the advantage of other dashboard, open source and free. So to make the other programming on to have it as a deployed, it is also important. It is also open. There is no any kind of fees you can pay, and the stronger data analysis and statistics, a powerful visualization library. As I said, it is mostly for the data visualization. It is one of the statistical software that has good visualization, and even for programming. So it is also easy to integrate with the database or application programming interface or API, and ideal for research, government and NGO, and also the business. They can use the dashboard in our programming. So the popular other dashboard framework, so the framework we use Shine. That's where we normally deploy, where normally we work. The framework we used when we are doing also the dashboard. There is Shine, where it is full interactive dashboard. Flex dashboard, it is simple and faster dashboard. R Markdown, it is a report plus a dashboard. And also Shine plus CSS, it is professional UI designer. So user interface, if I say UI, it is user interface. The way the dashboard is going to look like. You see how the PowerPoint also look like. That's what we call the user interface. And then for us, we need to design good user interface so that it's going to be clear for those who are going to see it, but also transmitting or transforming the information or presenting in information in clear way. So those are also the standard step we normally follow when we are trying to make the dashboard. Here also we are trying to define the objective. We started by defining objective of what we are going to present. We identify the user and key performance indicators. So we correct the data. After correcting the data, we clean and transform the data. And then after clean and transform the data, we design the layout, the user interface, and also we breed interactivity. We are trying to combine a lot of code to bring the connectivities, like if there's a chart we want to present, but also their interpretations. That's what we call we are breeding interactivity, so that it is going to be connective. And then after building, we test and deploy. We test if the dashboard is working, and after seeing that the dashboard is working, we make it publicly where we deploy. If we deploy, we say that we make it publicly so that anyone can access it. So we maintain and update. We continue to maintain what we deploy and updating for any change. If it is real time, there is a possibility of updating everyday information. So the golden rule of dashboard: answer question, not just showing the chart. So the important thing of a dashboard, it is not like a chart. It is also trying to answer the questions that someone can ask you if they give you the data. So if you see the dashboard, automatically see the answer of the question you can ask yourself. So why questions to ask? Key questions to ask: who will use the dashboard, what decision will be made, and what indicator matter most. So those are the questions which is important while you are trying to define the dashboard. And since you are going to ask artificial intelligence, so like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, a lot, so you have to keep in your mind that these questions you have to answer it before, like when you're trying to do the prompting by using the way I showed you yesterday. So you have to include those kind of questions so that it's going to be easier for you. And here it is example of key performance indicator like poverty rate, average household income, malnutrition prevalence, and school attendance rate. Those are also the examples of key performance indicator you can consider while you are trying to make the interactive dashboard. So they are the common data source where the data they use to come when we are developing the dashboard. CSV or Excel file, database, API, COBOL correct, DHMIS, survey data. Those are where the data set comes when we are trying to make the dashboard, but there is a road. So example of the code, also you can read the data set, and here it is a common data preparation task where we handle missing value, we filter relevant variable, we create a new indicator, we aggregate or we summarize some summary statistics. And also those are the example of the code, the way it look like when I was saying that the data cleaning and the preparation is as a step of developing the dashboard. So there is another also which is important for us, like the data visualization techniques, because the dashboard we made are displayed in terms of visuals automatically, because the dashboard is a combination of visuals that is providing or answering the questions that you can ask yourself while you are looking for that data. So there is also the different types of a chart are used in communicating specific insight efficiently, where we have bar chart. We have seen the bar chart mainly compare the values across the different categorical variables, like enrollment levels across the district or schools. A line chart, trying to show the trend over time. When we have the date time, we will use the line chart. We are trying to see the trend over time. Pie chart and donut chart also it's applied for displaying the proportion, the percentage of categorical variables, but also making sure that the percentage variables, they are not making sure that the categorical variables not having high categories inside them. Like education level, it should have almost 6 categories, but the pie chart, it is representing the proportions of categorical variable which has below 4 categories at risk. And the box plot helps us in understanding the data distribution by showing the variability, and mostly that is going to help us to look for the outliers, of course. And also the map are used for the spatial analysis, allowing user to visual the geographical pattern and regional disparities. So finally, the KPI or key performance card summarize the key indicators in a simple and clear way, enabling decision maker and quick access overall performance in a dashboard as well. So why Shine? So as I said, there is a framework. You see, there is a lot of framework we use like Shine, Flexi dashboard, Markdown and others. So why Shine? Shine is another package that allows you to build interactive web application, because we need to make the dashboard in terms of web application. So they connect UI designer, so user interface, with several logic, creating dynamic dashboard. That is why we use Shine framework. So, and the way the Shine structure, of course, you have to create app.ara, and then you name it, you create inside the app.ara. You will have also the UI designer or the user interface, and also server or logic. If we say logic, it is also the backbone, or it is the body of the dashboard. What the dashboard is going to display, like the connectivity of those kind of information that you want to display. And once you have the connectivities of those ideas you want to display to the public, you will design the user interface, the way it's going to look like in front of people before they look for the information that you are providing. The logics involving the information that you are going to present, and also the UI designer or the user interface, it is going to design the way information is going to look like. So, and the user interface component, their title, sidebar, input, output, those are also the examples of user interface, and this is the code you can use. So we are going to see it in a bit while we are doing the practical side. So, and why reactivity automated? Reactivity helps us also to make the automations, like updating something when is needed, especially for the real-time dashboard behavior. We will also look for the reactivity or server reactivities, like to make sure that if there is any change I made, automatically is going to be changed on the dashboards as well. So the dashboard layout and design principle, the good designer principle: simple, clear layout, consider color, logical flow, top to bottom, avoid cluster, highlight the key inside, suggesting color palette. So these are the suggesting color palette. For me, I prefer to use blue, green, white. Those are the colors, and for you, you can choose your own color. And also the advanced dashboard techniques, it's like interactive filter, value box, like KPI. You try to put the key performance indicator in our short boxes, table with search, where you can go and search information, and also table, tabs and menu, where you can, let's say, if I would say tabs and menu, like a home, insert, something like that. The options where we used to say sidebar, so, or tabs of menu, maps, or time series animation. Those are kind of things you can add when you are doing advanced dashboard. So when we are using artificial intelligence, as I said, so you have to look for this information, and then when you are prompting, you will include those kind of things, and I hope that is going to give you the better thing. So what you have to try to give them the data set and play with the data, and you continue to do a lot as much as you can. So, and also the library that is going to help us to have the KPI box, it is Shine WideGate, and this is the library that is going to help us. Let's say, for example, was having to have a box of poverty rate, average poverty rate. That is what is going to bring for us. Shine WideGate, this is the package that is going to help us to add the card. So deployment of ARA dashboard, we are deploying, if we are deploying the ARA dashboard, so we can deploy on Shine app, where if we deploy on shineapps.io or ARA Studio Connect, local server or cloud. Simple deployment, we use ARA Connect deploy app. Those are the codes we use when we are deploying the output to make it public. When we are deploying the dashboard to public, we use shineapp.io. Those are also the things we use. And sample mean project, I designed the full Shine template, where it was the education dashboard, and we are going to look for this these applications, this is the dashboard is designed to monitor the student enrollment, track academic performance, analyze gender and district disparities, and also supporting education policy. Based on the steps that I was suggesting. So you see that I started by providing the answers, the solutions that is going to bring. So the dashboard, it is education dashboard. So we are going, once we copy this, so what we have to do, it is just to copy this. So let me do this so that we can have the possibility of copy the code so that we can go in other programming to see what is going to. So we have to copy this code, of course. So for me, I already have I have to come here on file, and then I click on new project to create the file. Don't save, so I want to do not save this one. So I'm trying to copy another. So let's say we go to the new project. So okay, so we are canceling this. We come back here. Oh, new file, sorry, not new project. We add a script, and then I paste this one, but I have to save it as app.ara, as we have seen. Come back to save. So and then I can say also app.ara. So once I save app.ara, so I'm going to have this, because for me I already have these packages. I'm not going to to install it again. Have to have it as a comment, and again I have to come back here on dashboard, so where we are going to copy this. This is the code that is going to help us to generate the dummy data. You see that we was seeing that we can use set.seed. So we come back here, so we come and then we paste this code here, and again we come where we have to look for this one. So what I have to do, it is just to copy and paste here. So and then after copy and paste, we are going to run the code. What you need to understand, it is just to understand the logic of what we are doing, just for it to know how you can ask artificial intelligence to help you to provide the better dashboard as much as you can. So there is no way of mastering this code, but also there is the best option. It is also to understand what you are trying to do, and then you know some techniques that we can use while we are trying to make also the dashboard, but also understanding how it is going to be look like once you are designing the dashboard, and to know the some statistical terms or criticisms that is going to it is going to be good for you once you are trying to design the dashboard like this. So I have already copied everything, so I'm remaining with this one that is going to help us to look for the server logic to run the dashboard to see what is going to bring for us. So those are also the things we need to consider. So again, so I have to run this. You see, once I run this, I'm expecting to get the server logics. Those are also the things. So I don't know the reason why. So I was having a okay. 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 So from here, I know the reason why. So we can also come on chat so that we can ask the way we can handle these kind of questions. So of course we can have come, since I have this, so we can come error chat help us to correct. Okay. The code are correct, but they're missing something. So I'm trying to see where the error was, but they told me that the code are correct. So we are going to copy this and then we see if it is going to give the correct stuff. So we come here and then I'm going to replace with this one. So and then once I have done with this, so what I'm going to do, I have to read this one, so I have to repeat this again. So you see, so I'm trying to see and I'm waiting to see what is going to bring for me. So because the reason why it is not working, but for you, if you run, it's going to work. I'm recording, that's why it's not working, and it is not going to bring the same result as it is. So I think you understand how things is going to be done, and it is important to note that to know what you are trying to do, it is important also, rather than knowing a lot of kind of things. So thank you for watching this. It is important to continue to add more, looking on how it is going to bring the insight, looking on how we can improve our dashboard better. And I think you will also use this one while you are trying to do your own, how to consider it and look for the some more features that is going to be easier for you to master it. So thank you once again for attending or watching this course. Let's meet to the AI application in artificial intelligence.